Chosen one, before you scroll, I need you to listen to me very carefully, because this message, this exact moment, is not an accident. It's not coincidence. It's divine timing. You are hearing these words because God Himself scheduled this encounter. Heaven has arranged this moment between you and this message. And He's saying to you right now, it has to be today. God said, "Tell my chosen ones the time can't wait any longer." There's a reason your spirit feels uneasy, a reason you've been sensing a spiritual shift around you. Heaven has been moving pieces in silence, preparing you for something that eyes have not seen and ears have not heard. But before this next wave of breakthrough hits your life, God is asking you to do one specific prophetic act of obedience. He wants you to cover your face just for today. Yes, you heard that right. Cover your face. Not because He wants to hide you, but because He's about to reveal you differently. This isn't about shame. It's about protection and positioning. God is saying, I'm setting you apart from what was familiar because I'm preparing to introduce you to your next. When you cover your face today, you're not just following an instruction. You're performing a spiritual act of alignment. Chosen one, this is a warning and a confirmation. Before we dive into this life-changing message, take a moment to pause this video and do 3 things. Hit that like button. Subscribe to help us reach 1,000 subscribers, and leave a comment with the number 7. This number will send a powerful signal to the universe, amplifying the energy of this video, chosen one. God says, I am separating you for elevation. What happens after this act will make sense in the days to come. But for now, your only assignment is to obey. Cover your face. Be still. Let Him work. Because when you wake up tomorrow, you will not be the same. Something in your spirit will shift. Something in your atmosphere will break. And you'll realize that today wasn't just another day. It was the day heaven touched your life. Now, let's go deeper into what God is revealing in this prophetic instruction. Listen closely, because this is not just another message. It's a divine decree. God is speaking directly to you, His chosen one, and His command is clear. It has to be today. There's no room for hesitation, no space for tomorrow's promises. The universe itself is aligning in this exact moment, and every second you wait risks missing the sacred opportunity carved out just for you. Today is not a day like any other. It's a portal, a divine window bursting open with possibility. Don't let fear or doubt stop you now. Imagine the weight of that urgency. The Creator of time Himself telling you that your breakthrough will not wait for your convenience. It's happening right now, right in this very second. Think of a fire blazing in your soul, the kind of fire that refuses to be ignored or contained. God's voice is that fire commanding you to act without delay, because destiny will shift forever if you do. What is it that you've been holding back? What fear has kept you frozen? Today is the day to shatter those chains. This call is personal, intimate, and sacred. God doesn't ask lightly. He's moving forces behind the scenes, stirring the winds of change that only those obedient enough to act will feel. You are being handpicked, marked for transformation. But this divine momentum requires your immediate response. No distractions, no excuses. The time is now, because today will be remembered as the moment everything changed. There's a divine wisdom behind this urgency. God sees what you cannot yet perceive. He understands the hidden battles and obstacles that lurk in the shadows, waiting to trip you up. But more importantly, He knows the breakthrough waiting just beyond those struggles. His command to act today is a protective measure, a divine safeguard to keep you ahead of the storm. If you hesitate, you risk stepping right into traps set by forces that wish to hold you back. Think about the times in your life when you sensed something coming but couldn't quite put your finger on it. Maybe it was a sudden intuition or a gut feeling warning you to be cautious. God's insight is infinitely greater. He's aware of every move the enemy is making, every hidden snare, every false step that could derail your destiny. When He tells you to move now, it's because He's already seen the consequences of waiting. This is not fear-mongering. It's divine foresight. The question now is, will you trust that? Wisdom. Will you obey even when the path isn't fully clear? Faith means moving forward with confidence, knowing God is paving the way. The forces of heaven are ready to protect and elevate you, but only if you move before it's too late. The future is knocking, and it's time to answer boldly. Today is not a placeholder on the calendar. It's the hinge on which your entire future swings. This day carries the weight of destiny, a divine pivot point that can launch you into a new reality. When you wake up this morning, remember that your actions, your faith, and your obedience will ripple far beyond what you can see. It's like a stone thrown into a vast ocean. The waves will travel further than you imagine. History is made in moments like this. The breakthroughs, the life-altering changes, the spiritual awakenings, they all come wrapped in the fabric of days like today. When you choose to step into God's command, you align yourself with a supernatural force that rewrites your story. The day you decide to cover your face, an act of obedience and faith, is the day you say yes to a new chapter filled with hope, power, and divine favor. Imagine how many people before you missed their moment because they doubted the significance of a single day. Don't be one of them. The energy vibrating through today is unique. It's charged with the power to wash away the old and bring forth the new. Let this truth sink deep into your spirit. Today is your divine destiny shift, God's instruction. To cover your face might sound strange at first, maybe even uncomfortable, but this isn't about fear or hiding. It's about protection, submission, and spiritual authority. This covering is a sacred symbol, a tangible sign of your obedience to God's divine plan. It's not just fabric. It's your shield, your barrier against the attacks, doubts, and distractions that would try to derail you. Think of it like a sacred armor blessed and fortified by the Almighty Himself. When you cover your face, you declare to the spiritual realm, I am ready, I am protected, I am obeying the call. This simple act creates a spiritual boundary, a force field that keeps negative energies, deception, and spiritual traps at bay. It's a physical manifestation of faith that speaks louder than words. Remember, God's chosen ones throughout history have always had signs and symbols to mark their divine missions. This is yours for today. It's personal, sacred, and powerful. By covering your face, you not only obey, but participate in a divine mystery that will shield you and prepare you for the victory God has already planned. Beneath the surface of what you see, the spiritual world is buzzing like never before. Right now, Unseen forces of heaven are gathering power, poised to pour out blessings, breakthroughs, and transformation. This energy is raw, vibrant, and unstoppable. It's as if the very atmosphere is charged with electricity, the kind that ignites change in the soul and rewires the mind. You may not see it with your natural eyes, but if you tune in spiritually, you can feel the shift, the sudden surge of hope, courage, and clarity that fills the air. This is the moment when prayers begin to manifest, when long-awaited miracles take shape, and when the chains that have held you captive start to break. The spiritual realm is breaking open, and you are standing right in the middle of it. This energy will not wait around for the hesitant or the doubtful. It's ready to move, but it needs your faith and obedience to unlock its power. Your readiness to act today will become the key that opens the floodgates of divine energy, sweeping away every obstacle and lighting your path forward. As the heavens prepare to pour out blessings, the material world is simultaneously undergoing a cleansing. The negative forces that have weighed you down, fear, anxiety, toxic relationships, limiting beliefs, are being exposed and shaken loose. This is a season of purification where old patterns crumble and the debris of the past is swept away by divine winds. You might feel this as discomfort, confusion, or even resistance from those around you. Know that these are signs that the old is making way for the new. Just like a tree shedding its dead leaves to make space for fresh growth, your life is being prepared for a powerful transformation. The negativity that once clouded your vision is losing its grip, but you have to stay vigilant. These forces won't go down without a fight, and that's exactly why God's command to cover your face and anoint it with holy water is crucial. This act creates a protective bubble around you, a spiritual firewall that keeps you safe as the material world's old energies are uprooted. Stand firm. Victory is on the horizon. When you obey God's command today, you will begin to notice subtle but undeniable signs. Doors that were once closed will start to creak open. Opportunities that seemed impossible will present themselves. People who were once indifferent will suddenly become allies. These signs aren't coincidences. They are divine confirmations, messages from the spiritual realm, letting you know you are on the right path. Watch closely. Maybe it's a timely message, an unexpected call, or a chance encounter that feels too significant to ignore. These moments will come one after another, like puzzle pieces falling into place, aligning perfectly to create a clear picture of your destiny. This alignment is the universe's way of telling you that the breakthrough is imminent. Don't brush off these signs. Celebrate them. Use them as fuel to keep your faith strong and your focus sharp. The spiritual realm is orchestrating every detail, and your obedience today activates this divine choreography. Trust the process and lean into the unfolding miracle. When you take this step of faith, your inner light will shine brighter than ever before. This light isn't just for you. It's a beacon that reveals hidden truths, unmasking deception, and exposing what's been kept in the dark. The very things that have held you back in secrecy will be brought into the open and dismantled by the power of your obedience. This revelation can be uncomfortable, even painful at times, but it's necessary for your growth and elevation. Like a sunrise breaking through the night, your light will illuminate the path ahead, and dissolve the shadows around you. Nothing in your life will remain the same because you're stepping into a new level of awareness and authority. Embrace this light with courage. It will protect you, guide you, and empower you to walk boldly into the future. You are no longer hidden or helpless. You are a force of divine revelation, chosen and equipped to overcome every obstacle. This act is more than ritual. It's a sacred act of consecration. When you anoint your face covering with holy water, you invite God's protection and blessing to surround you like a shield. Holy water symbolizes purification, renewal, and the washing away of all that could hinder your progress. It transforms your covering from a mere cloth into a powerful barrier against spiritual attacks. Think of holy water as a spiritual firewall that guards your mind, heart, and soul. This simple but profound step fortifies your faith and creates a divine bubble of protection that negativity cannot penetrate. It's a tangible way to say, God, I am trusting you to keep me safe as I walk this path. Don't skip this step or treat it lightly. Anointing your covering is a declaration that you are serious about obedience and ready to receive God's supernatural shield. This preparation will help you navigate the coming days with confidence, knowing you are guarded by heaven's power. Everything you've been praying for is closer than ever. The breakthrough you've longed for is standing right at your doorstep. But God's command today is also a test of your faith and obedience. Will you trust Him enough to act now? Will you step through the door He's opened, even if it means discomfort or sacrifice? This moment feels intense because it is. Breakthroughs don't come gently. They demand readiness, courage, and unwavering trust. The final test is designed to separate the willing from the hesitant, the faithful from the doubtful. By obeying God's call to cover your face today, you prove you are ready to receive what He's prepared. Remember, every great story of transformation includes a test, and this is yours. Pass this test with faith and boldness, and you'll step into a new reality filled with blessings, favor, and divine increase. Your breakthrough is waiting. Will you open the door? The enemy is relentless, cunningly setting traps along your path, hoping to entangle you in discouragement, fear, or confusion. These traps come in many forms: unexpected setbacks, betrayal from those you trusted, moments of self-doubt, or even overwhelming obstacles that seem insurmountable. They want nothing more than to keep you stagnant, to shatter your hope before your breakthrough. But God's command to cover your face today is your secret weapon, a divine shield crafted specifically to break every snare laid for you. Think of these traps like invisible chains, tightening with every hesitation, every moment of doubt. But God's instructions are designed to unravel those chains, stitch by stitch, trap by trap, by covering your face and anointing it with holy water. You are calling on a power far greater than the enemy's schemes. This is not just symbolic. It's a spiritual armor, a heavenly intervention that disarms the lies and the darkness lurking around you. You are stepping into a place of protection no human eye can see, but every spiritual force will recognize and respect. Do not underestimate the power of obedience today. God is not merely giving you a task. He is handing you the keys to freedom, victory, and unstoppable momentum. When you obey this command, you are not just protecting yourself. You are breaking the enemy's hold on your life and paving the way for the fullness of your destiny to unfold. Remember, the one who sets the trap is powerless against the one who moves in. God's authority, God's movements are not slow or uncertain. He is swift, precise, and intentional. Right now, in this very moment, heavenly forces are mobilizing on your behalf. Miracles are lining up, favor is being released, and breakthrough blessings are speeding towards you like an unstoppable river. But here's the catch. To step into this divine flow, you must be willing to obey right now. Alignment with God's timing is everything. Miss it, and you miss the train of transformation racing by. Think about how in nature seasons change with exact timing. A tree doesn't wait to bloom until it's too late, and the river doesn't pause its course because someone hesitates. God's plan is operating the same way. His timing is perfect, and He's calling you to move with it. The command to cover your face today is your signal to step into alignment, to join the divine momentum sweeping through your life. Hesitation is not an option. It's a risk you can't afford. Obedience is the bridge between where you are and where God is taking you. When you say yes immediately, you tap into God's power and purpose. You become a collaborator in His great work, walking exactly where He wants you to be. Every moment you delay, you risk missing out on the blessings rushing to meet you. The time for hesitation is over. God is moving swiftly, and you must move with Him. Prepare yourself, because once you step into obedience, change will come with a speed that defies all your expectations. The transformation you have been longing for won't trickle in slowly. It will flood your life in waves, so powerful you will hardly recognize yourself. Doors that were once locked tight will suddenly swing wide open. Problems that seemed insurmountable will dissolve overnight. The life you've dreamed of, the breakthrough, the joy, the peace, is about to become your reality faster than you ever imagined possible. This rapid change will also challenge you. It may feel like the ground is shifting beneath your feet, like you're being stretched beyond what you thought you could handle. But that stretching is growth, and growth is necessary for your elevation. God's promise is not just about change, but about transformation, becoming a new version of yourself, one equipped to handle the blessings and responsibilities coming your way. Don't resist the velocity of this change. Lean into it with faith and courage. Remember, God's timing is always perfect, and His power can carry you through every shift. The rapid transformation is proof that your obedience today unlocked a divine accelerator. Get ready to soar. This is your moment, the critical point where everything hangs in the balance. You have heard the call, felt the urgency, and seen the signs. Now the choice is yours. Will you obey and step boldly into your destiny, or will you hesitate and risk losing this sacred opportunity? God's command is not a suggestion. It's a mandate for this very day. Do it now. No more waiting. No more excuses. Today will rewrite your story forever. Imagine standing at the crossroads of your life, with one path leading to the breakthrough you've prayed for, and the other leading to the status quo, to the place where nothing changes. Which path will you choose? The power to change your history lies in your hands, in your faith-driven action this very day. This is your divine moment to say, "Yes, God, I trust you. I obey." Remember, History remembers those who acted in faith when the call came. This is your opportunity to be part of that legacy, to claim the life you were created for. The choice is urgent because the breakthrough is urgent. Your destiny will be forever altered by the decision you make right now, even as breakthrough approaches. The battle is not over. The spiritual war raging around you is real and relentless. There are forces fighting to steal your peace, your joy, and your victory. They will try to distract you, discourage you, and pull you off course. But your greatest weapon is vigilance, staying alert, staying spiritually awake, and staying focused on God's plan. Think of a soldier on the battlefield, eyes wide open, senses sharp, ready to respond to any threat. That's how you must remain. The enemy's tactics may come in whispers of doubt, waves of fear, or unexpected attacks, disguised as setbacks. But if you remain grounded in faith and focused on God's promises, you will not be shaken. Your obedience to God's command to cover your face today is your armor, your shield, your protective mantle. Hold on to this truth. God's power within you is greater than any opposition. You are not fighting alone. Angels are assigned to guard your steps, and heaven itself is mobilized for your victory. Stay alert, stay focused, and walk boldly, knowing that the war is fierce, but your breakthrough is inevitable. You are God's chosen, and today marks the beginning of your unstoppable rise. You may not see it yet, but something in the unseen realm has already moved. The shift has begun. The atmosphere around you has changed. The winds that once blew against you are now carrying you forward. You can feel it in your spirit. The resistance is breaking, the heaviness is lifting, and the momentum is shifting in your favor. This isn't imagination, it's divine movement. Heaven has declared that your season of delay is over, and now everything begins to align for your good. There were times when it felt like you were pushing against an invisible wall, fighting battles that drained your energy and tested your faith. But that wall has started to crumble because the spiritual wind of God is blowing. Every prayer you whispered in tears, every moment of faith when you felt alone, they have all summoned this divine wind to carry you into a new dimension of purpose and victory. You are no longer walking. You are being lifted. The shift is subtle yet powerful. It's not loud or chaotic. It's steady, intentional, unstoppable. Those who once underestimated you will soon wonder how everything began to change so fast. That's the evidence of divine favor, quiet, yet undeniable. So breathe deeply, chosen one, because the wind that once worked against you is now propelling you forward with supernatural strength. This is the turning point. Stand still for a moment and feel it. The spiritual air has changed. The tide has turned. What was once a season of struggle is now becoming a story of victory. The shift isn't coming. It's here, and it's working for you. Look closely at your life right now. The people, the circumstances, the opportunities, they might seem random, uncertain, even confusing. But what you're witnessing is not chaos, it's divine rearrangement. God is moving the pieces of your reality like a master artist, crafting a masterpiece out of what once seemed like broken fragments. Every change, every delay, every closed door has been strategically positioned to prepare you for what's next. When God begins to rearrange your life, it can feel uncomfortable. You may not understand why certain things are falling apart or why others are coming together so suddenly. But that's the beauty of divine design. What feels like disruption is actually preparation. God is clearing away what no longer serves your purpose, so that what's meant for you can finally take its rightful place. Imagine your life as a chessboard, and God as the grand strategist. Every move He makes, even the ones you don't understand, is calculated to lead you toward victory. Some pieces have to move backward, so others can move forward. Some positions must be emptied before new blessings can occupy them. Trust this rearrangement. It's leading you exactly where you need to go. Soon you'll look back and realize why everything had to happen the way it did. The scenery of your life is changing, but so is your strength, your focus, and your faith. God is rewriting the script, and when He's done, your reality will reflect His divine glory in every detail. The old is falling away, and though it may feel like loss, it is actually liberation. Everything that once drained your spirit, cluttered your heart, or limited your growth is being stripped from your path. God is removing the stale energies, the expired relationships, the patterns of thought that no longer fit who you are becoming. You cannot carry yesterday's weight into tomorrow's elevation. Sometimes the old doesn't want to let go easily. It clings, it whispers, it tries to convince you that you need it. But don't be deceived. The pain you feel in this shedding is sacred. It's proof that transformation is happening. The cocoon is tight because the butterfly is growing wings. Don't fight what's leaving. Bless it, release it, and make room for what's coming. This new dimension God is preparing for you requires space, emotional, spiritual, and mental. It demands purity of heart and clarity of vision. You can't step into divine acceleration while carrying yesterday's burdens. So let go with gratitude. The clearing you feel is not emptiness. It's preparation for abundance. Remember this, nothing that belongs to you will ever leave. What's departing is simply what cannot go where you are destined to be. The old must fall so the new can rise. And when it does, you'll understand why God had to cleanse your path before crowning your journey. Right now, your spiritual frequency is changing. You're vibrating at a higher level of awareness, love, and divine connection. This is why you've felt restless, detached, or misunderstood lately. You're outgrowing your old environment. When your vibration rises, everything around you that no longer matches that frequency begins to fade away. You're being tuned to heaven's wavelength, aligned with your true calling. As your vibration rises, you'll begin to attract differently. People who share your light will be drawn to you, while those carrying darkness will drift away. Don't mourn those losses. They're simply energy shifts. You're becoming magnetic to purpose, abundance, and peace. The universe itself begins to move in rhythm with your calling, sending resources, connections, and opportunities that resonate with your higher self. This is what divine alignment feels like. Clarity where confusion once lived, calmness in chaos, and peace that surpasses understanding. You're learning to trust the invisible, to move by faith rather than sight. Every breath you take in alignment becomes a prayer, and every step becomes a declaration that you are ready for more. Stay in this elevated space. Protect your peace, guard your energy, and nurture your spirit. The higher your vibration rises, the more heaven recognizes your frequency. You're becoming a living signal of divine purpose, and all of creation is responding. The air around you feels different for a reason. It's charged with divine electricity. Heaven is releasing power right now, and you're standing at the center of that release. Every prayer, every act of obedience, every step of faith has built up this spiritual charge, and now it's about to burst into manifestation. You are surrounded by unseen forces working together to create the miracle you've been waiting for. Imagine lightning gathering in the sky before a storm. That's the kind of energy swirling around your life. It's not meant to frighten you. It's meant to empower you. God is electrifying your atmosphere, infusing your space with strength, courage, and authority. This is the moment before manifestation where faith meets divine timing and power becomes visible. You might feel this energy physically, a sudden rush of hope, an unexplainable calm, or a burning desire to act. Don't ignore it. That's heaven's signal that your moment is here. It's time to release what you've been holding back and step boldly into your purpose. The power you feel is not random. It's your spiritual inheritance awakening. Everything around you is alive with possibility. The heavens are open, and the power of God is flowing like fire through your spirit. Take hold of it, declare it, and move in it. This is your hour, and heaven's power is now fully on your side. There's a divine collision taking place right through your soul, a meeting point between what's unseen and what's about to become visible. The spiritual energy you've been feeling, the prayers you've been releasing, the faith you've been holding on to, they're all converging into reality. What was once spiritual is about to take physical form. The invisible is about to become undeniable. This is the moment where the supernatural meets the natural. You will begin to see evidence of God's promises in tangible form. Breakthroughs, blessings, relationships, opportunities, healing. The things that once existed only in your prayers will soon stand right before your eyes. That's the beauty of divine collision. Heaven's intention meeting Earth's manifestation. It's important to stay grounded during this shift. When manifestation begins, it can be overwhelming. Things may move quickly, and your life will change faster than you can process. Stay centered in gratitude and humility. Remember, you didn't make this happen. Your obedience opened the door, and God brought it to life. This divine collision is proof that your faith works. It's the moment where what you believed becomes what you live. Hold steady. The evidence of your obedience is about to overflow into every part of your life. When God moves, He moves fast. One moment, everything looks the same, and the next, your entire reality shifts. That's how divine speed operates. Suddenly, without warning, and beyond human logic. You've been patient, you've been faithful, and now acceleration is coming. Prepare your heart, because what took years will happen in days, and what felt impossible will unfold effortlessly. This speed will test your readiness. Can you handle the blessings when they come rushing in? Can you stay humble in the face of rapid success? God's acceleration doesn't come to overwhelm you, but to position you quickly where you're meant to be. Every delay you endured was preparation for this sudden forward motion. When divine speed hits, you won't have time to think, only to move. That's why obedience today is vital. You're being trained to respond instantly to God's instructions. This next chapter will not allow hesitation. You must be ready, flexible, and spiritually alert. So brace yourself. The shift is not slow, it's instant. The miracle will appear before you can fully grasp it. This is not luck or coincidence. It's divine timing unleashed. You've waited long.